Oh, there it goes.
Good evening. My name is Jose Loera.
And I'm Austin Robbins.
Today we're going to be presenting on artificial intelligence as a part of our executive summary from our course in current trends and issues in agriculture. So AI is revolutionizing how we grow food, optimize resources, and manage farms. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So AI, of course, is playing a really important role in today's poultry industry. So since we are facing some serious challenges, um, such as the fact that the global population is expected to reach 10 billion by 2050, meaning that we are going to need to produce more food while using fewer resources. So climate change also makes farming a little unpredictable, especially here in the Central Valley that we do get a lot of drought. Um, so AI is stepping in to help tackle some of these issues by improving efficiency, making smarter use of resources, and helping our farmers make better decisions. Uh, AI is also helping reduce water waste, optimize fertilizer use, and predict weather patterns to help farmers prepare for extreme conditions. So AI isn't just a futuristic concept. It's already being used on farms around the world. But to understand how we got there, let's take a quick look at the AI, the history of AI in agriculture. So just a little brief update on the history of agriculture. So AI has been developing for decades. It's not uh, new. So in the 1950s and 60s, we saw our first automatic guidance vehicles, which essentially uh, just helped um, farmers drive a tractor straighter and, of course, help them be a little more efficient. So by the 1980s, computers allowed for vision guided automation, which began helping tractors and farm equipment navigate with more precision. Today, we've reached the part or the point where entire farms could be managed by AI technology. One of the most famous examples is the Hands-Free Hectare project, which is in the UK. Essentially, what they do is these researchers were able to successfully plant, maintain, and harvest crops without human intervention. So they're using only AI-powered machines and drones. So these advancements so far um, come to show how far AI has come and what is still possible. So let's look at some of the biggest ways AI is being used in agriculture today. I'm going to go ahead and begin with precision agriculture. So this does help farmers, like I mentioned previous slide, to optimize water, fertilizers, and pesticides. So it pretty much ensures that the crop gets exactly what it needs, no more, no less, uh, which of course reduces cost for farmers, and of course also helps with reducing impacts to our environment. Another key innovation is autonomous equipment. So this can range from uh, self-driving tractors to robotic harvesters, and this can also help in reducing labor costs and increasing efficiency. Um, some of the benefits of this, of course, is uh, that it reduces labor costs, especially right now uh, that farmers are having issues with people wanting to work in agriculture, especially with jobs such as like picking fruit, managing their fields, as well as really any like labor intensive job, as well as taking into account like current immigration issues that are going on. I know personally some farmers that are having issues really just finding people that want to work. A lot of their workers did happen to be uh, undocumented. So some of them, of course, leaving the country, some of them being deported and stuff like that. Some of them just being scared of going out there and working because of obvious concerns is causing issues already as it is with um, really like workforce. Another one of the key innovations is going to be crop health monitoring. So farmers are using AI to monitor crops now, where in the past, farmers used to inspect crops manually, which could be really time consuming, especially if you run a really huge operation. Now, a lot of this is being taken over by AI powered drones, sensors, which can scan a whole field in really a matter of minutes. So they can detect anything from like diseases, pests, and nutrient deficiencies in real time. Of course, really minimizing the factor or the human error factor, which really in most cases in agriculture, like we're personally as humans, we're not going to be able to process the information that AI is going to be able to process in a matter of minutes, let alone like the things we miss, which could really be a game changer um, in the agriculture industry. Um, Especially, I know like in one of our uh, assignments where we interviewed a farmer, they were mentioning how not very much people wanted to go into the workforce and doing some research on how like the average age for uh, farmers is between like the 60s to 70s. Uh, it makes it kind of really sad that not a lot of people are going into it, but it really makes sense. It's a lot of time and really hard work that people don't want to do for uh, really the like the bang for your buck. Essentially, you're not getting enough money for it. People have bills to pay. I personally know a couple of farmers that are um, really just doing it to keep the family tradition going. If they're not really even making a profit off of it, it's kind of like their little hobby on the side, which I think is also really sad because farming should not be um, like yes, of course, some people enjoy it, but it's that alone should give people a means to make a living out of it. Another one of the key AI innovations in agriculture is going to be in the supply chain. So AI is helping predict crop yields, manage inventory, and reduce food waste. Of course, minimizing the human error in terms of like inventory, um, reminding like how long a specific crop has been in storage for the supply chain. If there's going to be a shortage coming up because of whatever issue came through, um, and really just making this a little more efficient. So this means that we could have fresher food and better prices for consumers if we're able to foresee some issues and hopefully tackle those and minimize those as soon as we could, which AI could certainly help us out in that aspect. So I know with all the things I just mentioned, it makes AI sound like really a no-brainer. Like all farmers should be doing this. Um, but there really are some challenges to this and ethical concerns, which my partner Austin is going to be going. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to him.
So there are actually a couple of challenges with AI, especially right. Currently, there's four main ones that we really wanted to focus on with our summary. That's the cybersecurity risk, the cost barriers, AI bias, and then data privacy. So the first one was kind of is cyber security risk. That basically, one of the issues that AI has right now is basically leaking data. and basically keeping that data. Basically, they face a vulnerability to cyber attacks, which can disrupt things in multiple ways. One, it can stop operations completely if it's the right cyber attack, and two, it can also leak information that may be personal to that company or uh, and personnel of that company as well. Second, one of the big ones is cost barriers. Based with advanced AI technologies and robotics, the price tag can be a challenge for a lot of people nowadays, or a lot of company and a lot of small scale companies, or education as well. For example, I just actually was at a demo for Miller Electric's newest educational robotics for welding shops, so fabrication in the agriculture industry. And their cheapest machine right now is 80, or their cheapest robotic machine is 80 grand for the educational version. Um, so that could cause some issues with, especially the educational side of agriculture and kind of just the startup cost for companies. Then there's AI bias and as well as data privacy. So those kind of go back to, or data privacy kind of goes back to the cybernetics, and AI bias kind of limits how it's seen. Then you have the future. So collaboration-wise, cross sector partnerships between tech companies, farmers, and researchers can help bring the cost of things down. If we actually develop AI uh, frameworks for agricultural settings, it could also help with that, with the AI bias that's seen on the slide, and then inclusive innovation. So basically, technologies that can are accessible from all scales and regions, and then sustainable practices. So making sure that stewardship is still kept in the loop, as long-term stuff can kind of have a habit of breaking up, or basically AI can look at stuff on the short term, but not the long term right now. So we kind of have to look at all of those things in the future if AI is going to be used. AI is honestly the future of farming. It's just right now we need to make a plan on how to implement it as a society. If we go at it the wrong way, it could actually uh, hurt industry more than help the industry. And I think that's it.
Yeah, I think some as we were doing our research, I did see something on how like currently AI in agriculture was kind of focusing on like really quick yields at the moment, but not really so much on sustainability. So I know some of the issues uh
Yeah,
in the future for sure. So if I don't have anything else to add, I'll go ahead and get my report.
I think we're good.